So yeah, I avoid what I consider erratic behavior, and for me, that's predominantly, I guess I would call it, um, what would I call it? I mean, the simple word would be like emotionally erratic behavior, but there's a better word I think in Serbian, which is like estresetice, because it's like overburdening, kind of like moody behavior, especially with strangers. Like I avoid that. When I meet someone, like I said, I'm not interested in what they have to offer. I'm not interested in. I mean, I can't say I'm not interested in their mood. I don't like when people are unhappy, but I don't like this weird like. It's like they're punching with their feelings, like they're punching with their mood. They're like mood punchers. So like you walk into a place, and someone's like they're already like loaded to like hit you with like to let you feel. And usually the people that do that, it's like a negative thing. um and I'm not sure what the motivation is. Because for me, like I like being in kind of, I kind of like being in neutral. When I engage people, I'm always in neutral. I don't try to have too many predispositions. I do notice people's features. I do one thing I do notice, and I guess that's a minus for some people, and I recognize that, but I do notice people's features, um, physical features, like their face, different. I will notice that, but I won't go too much into depth of it. And the reason I'm looking at their features is I'm trying to assess whether they're gonna punch me with their mood. It's not because I'm like trying to judge their beauty or trying to like, I'm trying to see like, is this one of those moody punchers? Is this person gonna like, because sometimes it's written on their face, like, or in some way they carry this. So sometimes it's all over them what they are, or not what they are, but if they're ready to, if they're loaded to like hit you with something. And that's not necessarily even a facial feature, just maybe a way they carry themselves. It's oftentimes they're like really tight, like their body's really tight. I try to engage people always from a neutral position. I always try to be in neutral. Obviously, people wind me up, as we've noticed, and like people try to get me out of that neutral all the time. I always engage people from neutral. I try to avoid people that have those features that are like moody punchers, that they're ready to swing with their mood. Um, and once again, that doesn't mean I'm not interested in how people feel. I'm just not prepared for that because I'm overburdened myself, and I try not to burden people as much as I can with my stuff, because it's hard for me to like absorb all that. It's difficult for me to absorb those moody punches. Like if I see someone, they're trying to hold it together, and I see they're sad, I'll be like, "Are you okay?" I will do that, simply, and it's not, obviously I can't do anything about it, but it's simply to let them, in my way, it's like, it's my way of saying like, I empathize, like I like, I hope you're okay. It's not meant to put them down. It's my moment of like trying to connect with the person. I'm trying to leave like a positive thing, like, hey, there's people, good things will happen, and it's my way, and maybe people misinterpret that. But that's pretty much it. I try to everyone pretty much from a neutral position, for the most part, for the most part, and then I try to avoid. No, really, as a general rule, I try always from a neutral position. The reason I say for the most part, because people wind me up quite a bit. But I'm always in neutral. I'm always in neutral, and then I'm very slowly. I try and I try not to be overbearing. If I say like, "Oh, how's your day?" or not how's your day, but like I try to like extend my way of like trying to like trying to kind of like, I guess in a way it's like kind of like an embrace, like I'm trying to be like like not like a too, I try not to be overbearing, but just kind of like a touch, like a pat, like it's all like like things will work, oh, it's okay, you know um like I acknowledge kind of like your thing, and I don't know how to describe it, but I think you get the point. It's not negative, and that's it. And yeah, I gauge people, because it's written all over them frequently. If there's someone ready to swing, and you can tell by the way they move, if they're tight, like you can see they're winding up, kind of, and then they'll hit you pretty hard. And I'm used to it, but like you'll go and for me it's always unexpected, because even when I see that, I don't know how to get out of neutral. Even when I see that they're predisposed to that. I still don't know like how to like, because I don't want to fight them. I don't want to fight anybody. Most of the time I'm trying to take care of my basic needs. So I'm really not. I really don't have the time to drop that and engage. And even when I did have the time to drop that and engage, it's not something I want to do. It's not something I want to do because I understand it's their thing and their thing, and there's really not much I can do about it. In that, and that's it. That's pretty much it. I still, I'll come up, I'll see it, I'll recognize it, but what am I supposed to do? Like pre-prepare, like combat? No, I'm not. I'm just gonna I absorb the punch. I go up. The way I go, I say, well, you know what? I see this person's wind up, but I got to do what I got to interact with this person on a minimal level. I'll go up. I'll try to be as knowledgeable. Be like, look, I'm friendly. I'm just trying to do this, and then boom, they'll hit me. And what do? I absorb it and I try to laugh it off, and I go and I try to continue my day, and that's it. That's pretty much how I function with that situation.